Okay, welcome everybody to semifinal of Group D. I'm GVX and I'm joined again by Holyboss. We casted Holyboss's game with Lannister and Cheesable just a few days ago, and now we get to switch roles. And Zach and I get to see what Lannister is up to in his second game of this group. How you doing today, Zach?
Good, really good.
Yeah, so just for a little bit of context, these four played their first game earlier today and played a long 8-round, very close game with Martel BYM coming out in first place, and I believe Heretic coming out in second. So a lot of ground to make up for Lannister. Picks going by really quickly here. Heretic with the
meme
non pick in fourth position. Bold. I mean,
is there not appeased? He's going for memo probably.
Yeah, interesting.
There's not. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Not going Ekaz, not going Helena in fourth position. Lannister picking up the Hundro in third position with Baron up.
Yeah. Also been practicing his 103rd. I know that for a fact because he said explicitly that Hunter is not good in third. So
right.
Prove himself wrong.
Yeah, in your game that we casted in the quarterfinals, he was really questioning this.
Dogging on it.
Yeah, he was dogging on it. He was saying unless you have a specific strategy in third, it's tough. So maybe Lannister has something up his sleeve here that'll be really interesting to see. He's very famous for setting up big massive plays, one-round plays. So, yeah. So we'll see what he pulls out here. So Martel with probably the safe Baron pick in second position. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then Tessie in first to round it out.
If he gets the 1 and 3, he doesn't. Okay.
He does not. All right, and I think we're ready to kick it off here. Tessia with both axes in hand.
And no ring, which is perfect.
Yeah. Almost the Nightmare draw with a fold space block. Pretty standard here.
Yeah, so she's going to get out ahead of shipping on Baron here by next turn. So.
Yeah, not what Baron is super thrilled to see, but you know, shipping is not everything in this meta. Baron will likely get to first Swordmaster here, which he will be excited about. Unfortunately, he does draw all of his power cards.
Yeah.
Lannister with
really play one of them. Yeah. Interesting choice. I didn't see his picks before. Wonder what he gave up.
Yeah. I wonder if it would be wrong for me to pull it off the top. They picked very quickly. Lannister chose this intrigue without much thought, so...
you'll see it here in a second. Someone's going Carthag.
Yeah. Memnon sort of gets his desired outcome where he gets to ring for Neminic film to start this off. Probably his main reason for picking Memnon in fourth here. Gonna hopefully flip this tech.
Yeah, a couple good techs.
And then second to Wealth. Again, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, primo.
Help get you towards your Swordmaster, which is going to be very important. Players playing very quickly. I like that.
Our game wasn't this quick.
A little bit slower, but this is a very strong group. All four of these players are veterans, and so the action is going to go by pretty quickly here, I imagine.
Baron decides, so maybe he doesn't go Swordmaster. He might just try and get one hit of shipping next turn, since it'll probably be his last for a while.
Interesting. I think when he picks to use experimentation and not ring, he's still trying to get Swordmaster here. He's
got both in hand. What am I saying? Yeah, he's got to go Swordmaster.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. Not super thrilled to Hardy Warriors for this, but he'll take it.
Oh, what am I saying? He's gonna get the ship up, and then he'll smuggle from the second ring next round. So he can actually go smuggle, but he doesn't have another yellow access. He could have gone smuggle and then got his influence in spacing, which he will, but he won't have card to go interstellar after that.
Yeah, unfortunately. Lannister with an early research station, kind of interesting, with not a very powerful Talaxu row. But he does like to try and get a big card early. Ooh, and he gave up private army for dispatch and envoy. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess he thinks it's just a very expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, really. I think it's expensive in general, but
yeah. And dispatch and envoy is so flexible, lets him get a half a bump in his first hand because he did draw rather poorly. So
it did bail him out.
It did. Cruise along here. Shanonimous picking up voice and bounty hunter, very reasonable with 3. Martel with yeah, not much of a choice, I think. Picking up a liaison makes a lot of sense. Let's see if Lannister gets lucky here. Oof. Not thrilled. Yeah. Helicopter Joe is...
Yeah, not happy with this X row here.
Yeah, I think when you punt for Research Station round 1, you're kind of hoping for something to construct your game plan around for the rest of the game. Yeah. And Helicopter Joe is strong, but not as game-defining as a lot of other card potentials.
Yeah, the researcher there, I'd probably take over Joe.
Yes.
Okay. It's a liaison to make up for the poison loss.
Yep. I think, given Lannister's playstyle, he's not unhappy to start building himself a combat deck and look to try to pick up as many combats as he can while Tessia and Baron fight for alliances. Take rewards here, and wow, we just zoomed through this first round.
Yeah, love it.
Benny Talaxu Researcher is one of these cards. How do you feel about it, Holyboss?
I like it. I think it's strong. It's one of those cards. I mean, even beyond like the power level, I think it's just a really well designed card. There are a few cards in the game that kind of feed itself. I think this one's like not overpowered, but once you get it online later, it becomes a fighter reveal.
Yeah,
but
being able to get it to the end of the track and reveal for 3 is quite strong. I think it was a card that was initially somewhat underrated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you're saying, Baron's going to smuggle down here, get his bump on spacing. Not going to be able to take advantage, unfortunately, but he'll be there.
I don't think he's ever getting to shipping now. Tessia's shifting into it, and she's actually going to get it.
Yeah. Yep, it's going to be a lot of shipping for Tessia. We'll see if Thorvald gets in front here. Lannister going to pick up some spice here. I imagine he's going for selective here with this action. Yeah.
He loves going selective early.
Yeah. I'm also a big fan. Maybe he goes selective and tries to get a Duncan Idaho here and just pad his deck with swords.
For artillery, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what Memnon decides to choose here. I think you kind of have to start hitting fold space and just make an effort to get in front of Tessia.
Yeah.
Or otherwise it's going to be a long game.
Feels bad too. Well, I mean, you can just go hardy here and grab the bump that way.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. Oh, okay. Interesting. No one's going hardy for this.
Wow. Very surprising he still suits and doesn't put any troops in. I guess this looks like a private army play to me.
Maybe. Does she get recruitment mission?
Yeah, recruitment mission.
Yeah, okay.
Decent pickup here.
Yeah. Especially if you can get a good early card. Oh, she doesn't want to use it right away. Let's keep the dagger and the experimentations. Okay.
That's interesting. Might be a bit greedy here. I'm not sure if that dagger is going to really mean much. We'll see what happens here.
Well, technically, it's gonna work. Thunder could go party, and he doesn't have troops, so there was no threat. And Baron, I think if you know what's in people's decks right now, or what's in people's hands.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. Yeah, I think he's going to get a bit unlucky. I imagine that Memnon is hitting up Haga Basin here, taking the spice, and using Private Army to secure this with only 2 troops. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, that's a heads-up decision. I would have greeted and tried to put a card on the top of my deck, maybe nuke, go for a Web of Power, Thermal Politics, or something like that. But Memnon's going to go for it here. Oh. Okay, he's going to Great Flat. Oh. What do you think? Great Flat or Haga here?
Haga, for sure. Especially playing Memnon. Unless you're specifically trying to... I mean, I guess technically... If you're not planning on winning this combat, you can get Shuttle Fleet next turn if you draw a ring.
Yeah, it pains me to pay 2 water for 4 spice. Yeah. That hurts.
Yeah. +2 is like the standard unless I'm specifically getting something like next turn. Like you might be going Conspire, which that makes some sense.
Right.
Or if you draw a ring, go get Shuttle Fleet. So
I think Heretic will recognize that it's kind of his duty here to win this combat and not let Tessia just start snowballing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys to interrupt, but I think Memnon moved 2 times on research track. First when he plays Diplomacy, and then second time when he plays Experimentation.
Where did he go round 1?
Because that's the second round, and he got 2.
We got Rules Expert and Icon on the...
Oh, thanks very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, we missed something.
He has both experimentations in hands. That must be correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, missed some action there. Thanks very much to Nikon to calling that. He's in here with us. That was a huge catch.
I didn't see that.
Every experimentation play matters.
Yeah.
Don't know how that happened. Yep.
The 3 of Martel, Lannister, and Heretic play a decent amount together. I know that, and they're probably giving him crap for that. Filthy cheater in the game.
Yeah. So a little bit disoriented here, but Martel with a very high roll draws himself into Liat Kynes after taking an unusual spacing and Emperor combination in second position. So he's already got his Emperor point. It's going to be an easy alliance for him to sort of lock out here. And Baron has a very strong win condition that isn't around shipping now, so he's probably very excited.
Oh, and he's got Quid too. He's going for 2 alliances.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is calculated higher.
Okay, calculated higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the
calculated higher.
Yeah, it's much stronger when there's an Ilbon in the game.
Sure, yeah. Or Lido, yeah.
Yeah, or Lido. So Lannister hits up selective as we sort of expected. And I think...
With 6 in hand, okay.
With 4 to buy, Heretic's going for...
Other memory.
Yeah, other memory. Interesting choice. What do you think about that?
Dissecting kit all day.
I totally agree.
Okay.
I love me some dissecting kit.
You think dissecting is like a strong 3 cost and other memory is like a weak 3 cost?
Yeah, completely agree. Dissecting kit is way undercosted for what it does.
Yeah, it could be 4 probably, and not be like too unreasonable. Other memory is like a specific tech if you're trying to pull out a crazy Benny card in your deck, long reach, Jessica.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when he has Benetaloxy Researcher. There's just a lot of synergy with the Dissecting Kit, basically guaranteeing you future boops.
That's true, yeah.
Future bumps. Lannister's going to take advantage... Oh, old man. He's going to take advantage of this Gola pop-up. Now he's kind of rewarded for going to that round 1 research station. Very powerful card in the hands of Hundro. Now his ring has a lot of flexibility with some planning.
You really thinking Esmer over... Wow. Over Gurney? Really?
2, 3, 4.
Roll Gurney is busted.
2, 3, 4, 5. I only see 5. Am I missing something?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, Lannister, yeah.
Forget everything I just said.
But Esmar, very powerful card. Heretic. Yep. Kind of a must. He's going to pick up this combat and make his way into getting in front of Shanonimous here. Curious where he takes a second bump. Yep.
Makes a
lot of sense. Get himself access to Siege Tabor. We'll move on to round 3. Ooh, Siege of Carthag. I would say that Lannister would want to fight this, but with an empty garrison right now, we'll see what happens. Painful.
Baron's probably gonna be able to limp pretty easy here.
Yeah.
He's getting Swordmaster if he can get to wealth or smuggling.
Yeah, a bit awkward with his hand to do both here. Lannister kind of an awkward situation where he needs to play his ring and has no troops in garrison for Helicopter Joe.
Yeah.
And he's going to hit Mentat first.
What is he looking for? Esmar?
Oh. It's going to be a tough round for Lannister. I think he's not going to be... he's going to be upset about one or a number of his options.
Yeah.
I think
I definitely spent his resources in his first couple rounds.
Yeah. Although perhaps he's just happy to cycle towards Helicopter Joe. Heretic electing to not hit fold space. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Tessia's just bombing it every round. Go up and down. Uh-oh.
He's just really valuing that spice. I can see hoping to get the spice here and next turn getting Shuttle Fleet to get in front, but I'm worried that's a bit slow.
That makes sense. Yeah, he's lucky that... Actually, no. Yeah, you make Tessia make a decision there between the spice and Interstellar.
Yeah.
Go up spacing. I'm not taking the Solari. Baron's getting it no matter what.
Yeah, this is curious. This might be trying a little bit too hard to block Baron. And I think if you're taking spice, I think you're going up here, right? And taking invasion ships, right?
Yeah, I think it's a miss. It's fine that Baron gets his, because he can go smuggling. Yeah, that's a problem.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a problem. The one lucky thing for the table is he's not going interstellar shipping very often.
Yeah, I mean Martel is thrilled to pick that up. Lannister's going to try to do some ring stuff here, set himself up, and pray that his Helicopter Joe's enough to sneak something out of this combat, although it seems unlikely.
That's charisma. That might help.
Charisma for Gurney.
Yeah.
Not a bad consolation here.
Yeah, see, this is like, I mean, TM's obviously really strong, and you don't have to play it, but any with just experimentation feels so good.
Yeah, this is double experimentation is, I think, yeah, like you said, undervalued, especially when you can play it. And I think players are better at playing around this experimentation, this influence bump that's on the experimentation track, but being able to surprise someone with that, even from either further out, is quite powerful.
Where he is right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing right when the mortality came out. That sneaky bump threw people over, and now it's. I think we all have like kind of more of a keen eye on that one spot.
Yeah, you got to watch when someone's on that one Solari. You have to be paying attention to your alliances, especially when they could also ship with it.
That's like usually a power play.
Yeah, that power play action is very powerful. So I'm still cruising along here. Gonna, I think, comfortably pick up this combat.
I think Baron goes Swordmaster, and then he is gonna pick up, isn't
he? Yep. Very happy to do so.
Last line, he picks up a combat intrigue here.
Oh, you don't. He probably doesn't want to cycle it. Wants to make sure he can goal the next turn. Ooh, a finesse.
Just that 5 swords plus.
It's not enough.
7. It's not enough.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it out, right?
Yeah, this is curious.
You can bait Baron in. A limp for nothing.
Yeah. I thought he also might consider saving for... Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's gonna think better of it. And I think I like that choice.
It's not getting into combat, though.
No. But he can know that. Heretic's gonna still end up with Dissecting Kit here.
Yeah, gets it anyway.
Quite thrilled. And with Gruesome Sacrifice, that's a guaranteed 2 Talaxubito points for Memnon. Not a bad spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes this second beetle point can be very elusive, and knowing that you can secure that is really nice.
Yeah, just getting to whatever that is, the 3rd row or 4th row, this early on just means, it's 100% guarantee with Dissecting.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured secret there.
Yep. I think it's time for Baron to just start piling up those intrigues. You know, look for a time to be really obnoxious with them.
Play your Diplo every chance.
Lannister very happy to pick up Gurney here.
Yep. Needs the troops.
He's gonna have a very powerful combat deck. It might be tough. Round 6, round 7. Just gonna throw it in here, pick up a spice and an intrigue quite happily.
Lannister and his
oh my goodness.
Help this man.
Lannister very famously has a very poor quality mouse, so it's sometimes like playing a game with your grandpa.
He plays on a trackpad. He doesn't play with the mouse.
Oh, even worse. Okay.
Yeah. It all makes sense now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Into combat. I imagine this is going to get passed around here.
Yes, he grabs early point. That's key.
Yeah. For Shanonimous and Lannister, this is a must-win game if they want to make it out into the next phase of this tournament. So there's going to be a lot more pressure on them. I think Martel picking up plans within plans. A very game-defining intrigue, to say the least. Is going to be feeling very comfortable about making it out of this group.
Rosliette with his 1 liaison, I think.
Feeling really good.
That Sean directorship, someone better bomb it.
Man, that would be...
Man, if he gets that, a problem, at the very least.
All right.
Matter of fact, he probably reveals early for it.
I would not be surprised. Although I imagine these guys are pretty heads-up players, so they'll be considering that, you know, Leah is going to show up here, might get ahead of it and nuke it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Heretic picking up the shuttle fleet as kind of expected here, and getting
I think that was kind of his game plan, was Minimic and then to grab shuttle fleet with me, man. I think he's got what he wants.
Yeah, so far, quite a strong game for a very underrated, shall we say, leader.
That's generous. Yes. An unpopular one, we'll put it that way.
Right. Tessian, not much to decide here. Gonna experiment to shipping and get his Swordmaster second here. Yeah, it's interesting. What with this combat, what are you prioritizing as sort of the outside players here, where you don't have shipping to fight for? Like what is Baron doing here?
I would see it right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 persuasion. Let's see, open revealing air is not even like unheard of.
Really? That's an interesting idea. I mean, you just lock up the 2 points. Oh.
Yeah, you're guaranteeing your. What else are you doing? I mean, you can get an intrigue with your ring, get it in this combat, maybe get a second intrigue, just some Solari. I don't know if I. That's tough. I don't know. What are you doing here? I guess Carthag. Oh no, go smuggling to get his entry. I thought he just had one Solari. He just spent a Solari.
So yeah, Shanonimous changed his mind about. Yeah, he changed his mind about taking Solari because he realized he was going to get his Swordmaster Solari from taking the spacing lines.
Shipping or spacing, yeah.
Yeah. Now Martel is in a precarious spot. He can't spend any of his intrigues. Losing plans within plans would be game losing. He's just going to trash him. He knows he cannot risk losing plans here. He has to draw something that he can play.
Gotta hope for something they can play, yeah.
Yep. I think very reasonable. Oh! None of those are playable.
This could be a disaster here.
Lannister, I think, is a bloodhound in these spots. I think he can smell weakness. Whether or not he capitalizes on it will be very interesting.
There's
not a lot else going on in his hand, and when Martel makes that choice, I mean he's gonna go for it. This is a 1-4 to deny Martel and basically an auto win. Oh my!
No.
Oh.
No way. Dude,
oh my!
Reveal was it? Man, his heart is in his stomach right now.
That is one of the most painful moments. I'm so happy that we are spectating this game and get to see that and have it eternalized for all time. Martel is going to come back, and this is going to be tough.
Are really proud if he wins.
That's true. Yes, there will be a lot of satisfaction to overcoming this.
Yeah, that hurts. Gosh, when you get garbage off of, well, here's a garbage. Tiebreaker's garbage, but
right.
Whatchamacallit? He's both of them.
Yeah, Harvest Cells is nice. It's going to get him potentially to that last beetle. Yeah. So, he trades a victory point, but I think plans within plans and revealing for Chom here is was a 1 game, and so now it's up in the air. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah. Might still get it here. I'll see.
Whoa.
Wait, what did he do?
A surprising choice here. Shanonimous is passing on
Swordmaster?
On Swordmaster.
Okay,
he goes decides Mentat.
Why did he Mentat? Maybe he's trying to blow the Swordmaster Q down, I guess, and go next turn.
Huh, that's interesting. That's a heads-up play. I think he's trying to get more persuasion into his hand, and so he can play his fold space, and with Recruitment Mission, get Trump Directorship. I think Trump Directorship is going to be gone.
Yeah.
But
how is he... Why Graph Gola here? You can't do it twice.
I have no idea.
Holy crap, he gets that too.
Wow, Lannister now running into an awkward spot where he too...
Yeah, no, he's... Has to play past the plans around.
Yeah. Again,
this
really...
Be hilarious
really
if he gets it jacked back by...
There is no way that he makes that mistake.
He needs to get this troop in so he can spend his combat cards.
Yeah. Oh. Totally under the radar there, but Heretic is going to pick up Chom.
Holy crap. Okay, now... Man. Now Josh is regretting life, I feel like.
Right. Well, I think Martel's happy to pick up a Spice Must Flow here.
Yeah.
Even if it's maybe it feels a little early. I think Shanonimous feels a little bit silly. We'll see. We'll see if he nukes into a Jessica here. Yeah. Where do you go as Shanonimous here? I was thinking still suits, but it looks like he's thinking better of it.
I was thinking wealth just to make sure you get your Swordmaster again next turn. I guess this guarantees it as well, but you want to be playing here. I mean, I guess Fold Space is always just one bump, so you don't have to play it yet, but...
Yeah. Very curious. I imagine he just limps in here. Or plays all three and ambush to get the Mentat next turn.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that, to be honest. Especially when you're the only one with garrison troops. You want to be ready to win a higher priority combat next round.
Yeah, absolutely. He saves these and can get something of greater value. Martel gonna, do the safe thing here, pick up some points. Huge swing. Huge swing for the Baron.
Yeah.
Against him.
I think he grabs Smuggler here? No, what am I saying? He's getting ambush for sure. They're both actually really good.
Ambush? Yeah, ambush with Gola. Yeah, I think... I would be very surprised.
Really?
I even like this clandestine meeting with Gola.
Yeah.
Just the one time you pull it off, that is a point. And 2 intrigues.
And he's got the combat deck, though. Okay, he's going for the Benny Alliance.
Yeah, Lannister's going to end up playing a very interesting, heavy intrigue game. Yeah.
Game going.
A lot of intrigues. Shanonimous going to have 4 here with 5th from Recruitment Mission. I think he's probably happy to just put a power play on this top of his deck.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Get that out of your hand. No need to wait for...
I got one of his snoopers so far.
Yeah, he's got to hit those soon. Although...
Yeah, you gotta grab the Benny one and then power play and try and grab one of the other alliances.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright. So I'm expecting Lannister to dump both here.
Yeah.
Although he's going to dump...
And actually get to the win, too, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. You can't give up any of those 3. There might be 3 points. Or, I shouldn't say 3 points. It might be like 5 points, but...
He awkwardly is going to have to dump both, and it's still going to be a risk of losing them, actually. Maybe going to Carthage was a mistake. Oh.
Yay.
Okay, oh my goodness. Okay.
Man, that tells the table.
Yeah.
What's going on? Holy crap.
Yeah.
I haven't seen something like that in a while.
That is juicy. Wait.
Okay, gets both of them off.
I've never seen this situation before.
I've never seen... Yeah, I haven't either. I was thinking that when you get both of them, can you play both of them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah, it's not like retreating. It's like you have to retreat 3 and 3, so I don't see why not. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Good 6 scoops. Send him right away, too.
Small consolation for Baron here to be able to pick up this 2 spice.
Grabs the spice, yeah.
Yeah, for the beetle track and get his Mentat next turn. Ooh.
That helps.
Yeah, urgent mission.
Okay, urgent mission solid.
Okay. On to next round.
Man, okay, so now Lanny's just... What is he doing? He needs resources really bad.
Yeah, Lannister is going to be in a tricky spot here. These
helps, I guess.
It's a lot of conditions that he's going to have a hard time satisfying if he doesn't start picking up resources quickly.
Yeah, just thinking of it now, there's no way he's getting all of these off. He probably go for... Can he even get plans? What does he have in his deck? He has Esmar and... He only has Esmar and Helicopter Joe and Gola, right?
Yeah.
And Gurney? Yeah, there's no way he's getting plans off.
No. Oh, there's no way he's getting plans off. Ooh, yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, his only access is Esmar.
I hear what you're saying. I think he's going to try for a point, and I think that's doable with the amount of shipping he... Well, actually, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Maybe and goes... Wait, he grabs something else.
He has a Gurney.
I already forgot. No, something after Gurney, didn't he? Something was going to give him any bumps? Oh yeah, Clandestine Meeting.
Yep, Clandestine Meeting and Gola, but with Gola in his hand.
That is a... He might be able to get one of them.
Yeah, he's in an interesting spot where kind of these intrigues are a burden to him. You know, he doesn't want to give them to any of his opponents here, but he's not going to likely be able to execute on all of them. And
it's a lot to do. He's getting pulled in different directions.
Right, and he has no water, no access to siege, so. Let's see what when he's going to obviously take the bump here, try to satisfy this. This requirement. This is also nice because when he plays Esmar here, he's going to be able to...
I think he's always revealing it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think he has to always reveal it now. He needs the resources so bad.
That's a great point. I was thinking he likely is going to try to play it once and get to that third rung.
Yeah, maybe later on. Yeah.
I would have guessed that the point he's giving up here is machine culture and trying to use it for invasion ships, but that opportunity is gone as Memnon picks that up.
Yeah, I imagine he uses machine culture for something. He's never getting Swordmaster. That's Solari's going into Chum Shares, and he's trying to get at least one of the plans points. Yeah, it looks like he'll get it. At least Prem and Benny spacing. I don't know about Emperor, but...
Yeah. But hey, it's put 2 points in hand and won't be complaining about that.
You're not complaining with that.
Tessie going to pick up her Swordmaster here. Didn't really end up getting in the way of anybody, but you know.
Memnon went and grabbed Invasion.
Invasion, yeah. I guess imagining he's going to try and do some shipping here. Kind of not a lot of great options. Doesn't really want to fight this with Baron with 2 actions behind and troops in garrison. But little does he know he would win this. Baron's hand is very stuck. Baron might
have to reveal.
He might mentat to draw.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
Yep, not ideal.
He has Urgent Mission, right? That's not Infiltrate.
He has Urgent Mission, correct, yes.
Okay.
Lannister picking up an intrigue here, so risky.
Holy crap.
Oh, so risky.
You're a maniac.
So risky with 3 actions behind, and he's shown a very powerful intrigue set by retreating his troop last turn. I'm guessing that he's going to...
He gave away that you can't have your intrigues touched, and then you just went to 4.
Yeah. Does Tessia go for this? I imagine that Tessia is power playing to secrets after that.
It's her 3 intrigues.
3 intrigues, and a bump, like...
No, it doesn't get her the bump.
Oh, this is second only. Yeah.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, subjects online. So, who grabbed... Oh, yeah, it was Memnon that guy. Oh, yeah, so Memnon's definitely getting his second beetle. Almost overkill.
Yeah. Perhaps too many beetles here.
Beetle overkill. I guess it's not like the worst thing in the world, too. You can just use your specimens for troops now.
And here it is.
Oh boy.
This could be really rough if
oh boy.
Lannister...
The mod's always doing this now. It's like throwing your intrigues under your cards. Yeah, this is... What kind of game is it going to be? Wait, you don't get another bump. Yeah, okay. These are some terrible intrigues.
Terrible intrigues.
These are some of the worst intrigues in the game.
And Lannister...
the water's not bad. He already had that, but let's see what he gets here.
Oh.
Okay,
Lannister... Yeah.
Okay, well, he gives him the... That's... It's pretty scary with Tessia, to be honest.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing, but it was for sure the best intrigue he could have lost in this situation. It's not a point, and
I think Machine's probably better, to be honest.
But he can play around. Sorry, go ahead, Holyboss.
No, I say Choman plans are, I think, definitely the worst. I don't know. The Victor's pretty freaking good. It turns plans on. You're gonna win in combat at some point.
Oh, I was thinking from Shanonimous' point of view, but...
Oh, I think it's great for both of them.
Yeah, I guess being able to see the rest of Shanonimous' intrigues here, it has some power, but I think from Lannister's point of view, he probably is able to fight back and maybe play around this this intrigue that he's lost. But yeah, I think with rapid mobility here, rapid mobilization.
Is that what he has? Oh yeah, he's just going to straight up win this.
He's got rapid mobilization and ambush. Yeah, actually, wow, huge swing.
Yeah, use it, get a point here. You get the... I guess you're not going first. So you almost get the Emperor Alliance with that. And you get the Benny Alliance.
Yeah, do you play your... I think, yeah, you take Bene Gesserit.
It is probably a little risque. It's a funny thing when we're casting, it's hard not to... It's hard to act like we don't see their intrigues.
Right. Yeah, we have...
we're in a different mind state than they are. I'm just trying to think, if you throw three troops in here with the ambush, do you really think you're good to go? Probably not, with having 5 intrigues between green and yellow.
Yeah, well, I think you know that Lannister doesn't have any combat intrigues. Yeah, I think he goes for it here.
Okay, cool.
This is very reasonable. I think
works out.
You're thinking about Baron. And Baron has holo projectors to try and find himself an action here.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he's hoping to find... Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have access to siege.
Yeah.
Big
I mean,
goof.
he can urgent mission.
You're right. You can urgent mission and go arcane.
Arcane. The question is, yeah, is it heads up enough for Martel to recognize that he should fight back here and try to win this?
You just got the... Yeah, I feel like you do that, right?
Yeah, and there are some good cards for him to draw into, right? He still has his Diplo. He has his...
His Leah and
his Leah, yep.
And his discard?
No. He only has convincing his discard, so...
Okay.
Whoops. Did he forget to... Oh, when he smuggled, he didn't take his research.
Yeah.
Oops. Gotta be on top of that.
Yeah, we'll see if he... spots it.
Oh.
Okay,
oh!
Yeah.
That.
But, I mean, what are you expecting to draw here, though? You're not getting another action this way.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that I like that choice.
Yeah.
Feels like
the urgent mission, though.
Yeah, he's saving urgent mission, I guess, for a later combat, which, you know, not unreasonable.
And when he does get the dagger, actually isn't nothing here. It might actually cost him his tiebreaker.
Well, Shanonimous goes first here. Oh, I guess he passes.
Ahead, though.
Yeah, he can pass and...
Yeah, he's gonna play it. See.
Oh man. Ooh.
Okay, that's gonna cost Shanonimous his ambush. Eesh, interesting. Okay, you go Benny Alliance, probably. Or do you try and go for Emperor? You go triple bump an Emperor if you want. But Baron's going ahead of you next turn.
I think you want to just go for easy points here.
Yeah, but where's the easy point?
I think Bene Gesserit is easier than trying to fight Baron with the lead.
Yeah, but you still can duplicit away from Emperor if into Fremen if you need to. Which I guess doesn't do it a ton, but
yeah, I think he's happy to take the intrigue here and then save the Emperor play for a later fight. Although,
yeah,
it's not an easy choice. That's for sure.
Just being one ahead on two different alliances is like put yourself in like a pinch. But it is the same person. It is Heretic, right behind you on both of them.
Right. Well,
yeah, he does it.
I think he knows. I mean, Heretic does not have a lot of faction access. So, but then again, neither does Shanonimous. He is going to, yeah, as you say.
No faction access, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, Ghost Emperor.
Ghost Emperor, which you called, yeah. I think not unreasonable. Getting those super tokens is a good thing to get out of the way, you know?
Yeah.
Pick those up, make decisions later if you're gonna fight for something.
Baron has access. What are you drawing for?
So curious to
Liaison?
dump convincing there.
Yeah, the thing about the way his games kind of panned out, he only got access to one liaison early, and then he got his Spiceman Flow right away after. So his Liat's like not crazy powerful. Only has one other Fremen card in deck.
Yeah. Very curious. I think he's looking for an experimentation when he taps there.
Yeah. Sure.
He wants to be able to double smuggle this turn. Oh, sorry, double ship.
Yeah, and then use his ring somewhere else. I guess he wouldn't have the Solari, though. I mean, you can just go... I might just have to give it up, go Wealth. It feels bad, though. It's tough. Yeah.
I think...
Hey, you're risking the alliance here, then. I mean, you're not risking alliance. You're going to have to fight for it now. He's giving it up.
And I think that's not unreasonable here. given the constraints of his hand. Yeah.
I disagree. I think you go wealth, and you can actually use your ring. Yeah, you've been kind of blocked shipping the whole game, but what are you shipping for usually, right? It's usually the bumps for the most part. I mean, obviously you want the troops, but you're delaying a bump to have your alliance taken to get a bump later.
Yeah.
When you're not going to be struggling for, right, what do you have? One bump in Benny, one bump in Fremen. Get your friendships, right? So, I don't know.
No, you bring up a great point. You might come to regret that. I think it's just hard, See shipping, go shipping, as a wise man once said. Yeah.
Hard giving up as Baron in second position. You've been blocked pretty much the whole game. I see I have an experiment. Oh, okay.
I like this. Pick up the spice. Heretic has just been quietly collecting all the resources on the board here and finding himself in a very comfortable spot. He's going to take a bump here.
Are you playing the dissecting kit, though?
Well, I think with Gruesome Sacrifice in hand, he's not worried about revealing it and wants to just thin some of his deck.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So...
But he's getting rid of his experimentation. It's okay.
Yeah.
I would have just saved it. If you're doing that, I would have just saved it for your second action and go to the city and trash your dagger.
I think I agree with that. But, I don't know. He does have some yellow. Maybe he's thinking he wants to be able to play his subject X137.
He's got subject too. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
We just talked about him having plenty of beetles.
Yep.
Okay, she's gonna take it this way.
Tessie's, gonna smuggle, take her bump on.
Got 4 troops.
Emperor, okay. Refill that garrison. Gives the spice up. Just gonna let Baron take this. You know,
Solari?
Oh no, he takes spice, but he's giving up the Great Flat here, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But fortunate for him. Baron doesn't have it. He also doesn't have access to it. And Baron with just such a tragic draw. You got to feel for Martel here.
Yeah.
Now
it's feeling bad.
Yeah, I think just, it's looked like it was going to be a very smooth game from him. And then ever since
Okay, maybe that was his idea. He wanted to go Interstellar twice this round.
Yeah, I think so.
He wanted to go research, so he's going to get the bump there. So I think he's going for everything.
Yeah, I think he was really hoping to pull an experimentation and use urgent mission. But I mean, look at this draw. I mean, yikes! What a disaster.
Okay.
Feels really bad. Lannister not drawing any green access means that he's going to forego. Yeah, he's probably going to forego it for the rest of the game. Tough for him, but he's going to pick up a Spice Must Flow and maybe surprise someone in this combat, although it seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're
Lannister, you just play Shome here, you're behind. I don't think anyone's scared of you playing it.
Sorry, play.
You might get jump shares. You might get an entry care.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I don't know how. I don't think putting a troop in here is a good idea. You run into the other problem. Maybe he is planning to play jump shares. But
he still got his real. Okay.
Yeah, tough game. Tough game from Lannister. He's quite behind in points and not the most favorable combats for him.
Yeah, this was one that he didn't draw Gola with Destine either.
Gola can be finicky.
Yeah, Destine can be finicky as well. I feel like I have to have at least 2 graphs to have faith in it.
Yeah, and now he's going to add more junk to his deck that he can't really play. I don't like this at all. Yeah, and I think he's probably...
I mean, I think you have to hold him back, right? You have to win a level 3 combat to have any chance here.
Right. Right. And he doesn't have a nuke. Yeah, so yeah, he's locked into getting Spice and Slow. Get a point here.
Good job. Come on.
Yeah, and it's
on the track. He got the bump. Covering troops.
Ooh. I think if you take troops here, you just you give up on too many points.
Giving up the beetle.
Yeah. Oh man.
If he takes the beetle, though, you have to play 2 more experiments, which is not. If you don't have Swordmaster, you're. All right. I mean, when are you going to do that?
Great point. Great point. He might just
it had to be research station plus maybe 1 experiment, but you just don't have enough actions.
Yeah, he's never going to get it. Yeah, curious we have 2 players here doing the no Swordmaster, but, you know, Heretic has just been afforded so much more flexibility by getting Chome, getting those free bumps.
Yeah.
And building just a generally much more flexible deck, I think.
Yeah.
Shanonimous made an interesting choice going for High Council, not hitting Wealth, and so now he's going to lose this.
Martel gets the alliance either way.
Yeah, you lose this alliance. If he had blocked Wealth, you know, he holds it and can secure it next turn, but...
Go here.
I guess Shanonimous might think...
He's setting up to use the... what's the one entry where you get 2 troops for High Council? I don't remember the name of it.
Secret Forces?
Secret Forces, yeah.
Yeah, see Bounty Hunter, or... Oh, no, sorry, of course you're going to... Hardy Warriors here, right?
Do you?
I mean, you have to win this. You need the bump.
Well, he's gonna get the bump no matter what. Like his ring can even get him the bump at this point.
I would.
Yeah, I think you had good secrets.
Interesting. So you're just giving up.
Get the bump. I think he wants to win at level 3 combat. Kind of setting up for it here.
I see. Oh.
Oh wow.
That's hilarious.
That's a problem for Martel, possibly.
No, Martel wins the combat and he gets the bump to secure. I was thinking he needs to Hardy Warriors in order to win this combat and protect his Emperor Alliance point. But I think
Martel?
No, Shanonimous. That's why I was suggesting a Hardy Warriors, where if you lose this combat, you lose Emperor. But maybe he's okay with that. He's just gonna shift away.
He's already behind though. You only put in 4 troops. Martel was already on 9.
4 troops plus Secret Forces, but I think saving up for round 3 combat makes a lot more sense in this spot. He already has 1 alliance with spacing. He doesn't want to have to fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think very reasonable choice. Heretic with a nuke and picks up Web of Power. Bit late, but you know, always nice to have in your deck.
Yeah, it'll get you a bump at least, or a clutch elective.
Finds a double cross here.
Double crossing, Lanny. Yeah.
Just rub it in.
Yeah.
That's
bad.
Yeah, that feels.
Might actually save Lannister here from forgetting to play Chome. I gotta hear what he was thinking. What he was thinking there.
Yeah, I think Lannister might be a little tilted here. Feel a little bit doomed about the situation.
That's possible.
Yeah. 5 here to buy with Shanonimous. I'm not buying anything. How about you?
Does he have a graph card in deck? He's got Bounty Hunter, Voice, any Initiate.
Yeah, no graft.
If anything, Just have a Arrakis, I guess, but I think that's even a wish too. But I think he's actually guaranteed to draw into any initiate. But yeah, I'm probably just pass.
Yeah.
Maybe a liaison if anything. If you think you're gonna grab a spice.
Yeah.
How many cards does he have in deck?
He's got 4.
Okay.
Oh, he does have Dissecting Kit, but yeah, again, I think he's revealing that. So
yeah,
not hoping to play it. Yeah, a pass makes sense. It's gonna. Oh, I see. Best of both worlds for Heretic. He's gonna be able to get second place rewards with that double cross and get his gruesome off. Picks up a very powerful blackmail.
Yeah, which is a free 5 swords for him on Fremen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heretic's got a shot too. He's got a 3-point on Emperor. He wins level 3 combat here, possibly.
This last point is going to be... if this is Grand Visions, Lannister might leave the game. Okay. Economic supremacy is probably second worst. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of contesting this. This is a...
There's going to be a lot of contesting the second point, I think, even.
Yeah.
I think if anyone has any chance of getting even 2 points is going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely Tessia in the strongest position here, I think, to get to... Unfortunately, doesn't draw a ring. That would have been...
He's on 6. Yeah, ring would have been nice.
Ring to come down Emperor and then go back up it to get a, yeah, that's 4 troop swing is wins her the combat. But being the only one with water and gonna be able to hit Highliner, yeah, it's looking very good for Tessia right now.
What do? You go initiate to research first?
You gotta pick up the spice.
Okay,
yeah.
So you gotta worry about Memnon getting spice first.
Yeah, Lannister I think is gonna make the kind of sad play here and plan to research station, I imagine.
I'm gonna hope.
Research station into Gurney plus Gola. Gurney Gola saves this situation, otherwise I think
that's true. Yeah.
He's very sad. Memnon happy to ship here and I think take restricted.
Spice,
yeah.
He's looking good now. He drew his web right away. Holy crap.
Yeah. Web and Chome, so...
Must be nice. That actually might get him the Chasing Alliance. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. I think Heretic might have a shot to end this round.
Shot to end. 1, 2...
Did he grab spice or did he grab...
He grabbed spice, yeah.
He grabbed spice?
Yeah, I don't...
man, I think he actually...
I don't know that he wants to contest here.
Well, he's going Highliner. I think you actually don't even have to take the bump. Yeah, so he takes the bump in Emperor.
Interesting that he takes Chomorky over Restricted. What would you pick there?
Yeah, it's a toss-up, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Chomorky might be valuable here, but I think you kind of want to secure this comp. I don't know. Maybe he feels like he's got it either way with blackmail in hand.
Maybe. Okay, so going Highliner actually gives him the Solara he needs for a second point, too. Yeah, no, he can end. If he just goes Highliner here, if Shanonimous doesn't defend his alliance, then Heretic can end. As you go Highliner, you can reveal web.
Shanonimous, ooh, chooses violence.
Chooses violence. I dig it, actually. What are you doing with this 12 spice is one question. I think I would have gone research personally, but...
Yeah, I'm interested in that decision too. I would have thought that
he picks up more spice too.
You know that Highliner's no good here.
Yeah, sure.
So what are you doing with it? I might have gone research station. I might have gone research station with Bene Gesserit Initiate.
Yeah.
And try and draw into ring.
Yeah. I think that was your like backup route to possibly win the combat or have a chance at it too. Plus gives you the Fremen friendship without having to go there.
Yeah. Baron's got a couple points here to try and pick up. Gonna take Fremen from shipping down. Gonna trash his connotation. Okay.
Oh man, this Tessie go full space to defend. Lannister does get the research.
Yeah. And I think not thrilled. There's just
not thrilled.
Yeah. It's
he needed Gurney at least.
He really did. It's been a tough run of the cards for him. Initially there was a lot of excitement over plans within plans, but just clogged intrigues that he can't really use, and a deck that doesn't really play to his intrigues, and no access to shipping.
Pulled in a bunch of different directions with these.
Yeah.
Almost curses in hand.
Yeah. Too many choices.
Okay. He dropped an intrigue. No, he didn't get an intrigue from last combat. I forgot. Okay.
No. Yeah.
I think, where is Heretic on the Tleilaxu track? Is he one from the end?
That's correct, yeah.
I can't tell. He's under yellow and green? Or is he under red?
Oh, where is he? He is at the
he's right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he is at the free bump. So he's not able to. Oh, and perfect. I mean, this is the card he's looking for. So this is going to get him his Tleilaxu point.
No, but he's got to go Highliner though.
He's going to Mentat and then Highliner after because he has evasion.
Yeah, good call. And then you're giving up. Oh, you're giving up Highliner then.
What he's thinking is he has blackmail and he wants to secure both these points and potentially end the game. And I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah, but now Tessie is going Highliner.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Or she's not. Wow.
Sorry, hang on, I got a kid.
No problem.
Hounded me.
Another interesting choice from Shanonimous here. He's going to hit selective breeding and fight blue for his alliance here. Perhaps thinking that he doesn't block Highliner anyways and can't get 2 points from it. I think this is going to come back to bite him.
Where'd he go?
He went to selective breeding. So he takes the alliance away from Heretic and has enough for a Spiceman's Flow, which I think he's hoping for. But
would you not go? You can get 3 points out of this combat.
Yeah, very curious. Martel is going to pick up Spy Satellites for that last Bene Gesserit point. I think very astutely observing that this is probably the last round, given how things have gone.
It might. Yeah, it is now, probably. No, wait, it just is for sure, right? No, but he used the Lari. That. We can't get the second point this way.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not true because he reveals Chom. Yeah, he reveals Chom.
Yeah.
That means he's discarding a. I guess he's discarding Convincing because he's not buying special. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's short. So he's discarding Convincing and Highlinering and trying to get 2 points here. And that should end the game. Unless I'm missing something.
Oh, he doesn't have to discard. It's open. What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be blocked.
Right, it should be blocked, yes. Right, it's a...
No, I think he's still... He's still got it, right? No, it's just 2 points. No, it's 3 points. It's the alliance. Yeah, I think it's just game.
Well, so he puts in 7 troops. He's at 14, plus blackmail is 19, plus his dagger is 20. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No.
Oh, no way.
Really?
No way. No. Heretic, no. You had it.
And Heretic doesn't even get enough for Spice Must Flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, oh no, I miscounted.
He's got 9. Okay.
Yeah, he has with Mimic he has 9. Okay, so not a total punt. But wow.
They both gave it up. I'm shocked.
I will be really curious to ask him about that. This might be that economic supremacy thing where, admittedly, these guys are playing pretty fast, so they're just thinking.
He didn't see that he didn't have the Solari for it.
Good point. Nope.
Yeah, can't go there.
Curious that he's not playing Bene Gesserit Initiate. What is he hoping to not draw into? Diplo. He does not want to draw Diplo.
Yeah.
So now
yes. Doesn't have much in his deck, right? He's only got like Bounty Hunter and then base cards after that.
Yeah. Nothing special. I'm surprised he doesn't want to just try and draw, but yeah, he needs Diplo.
That his problem. I guess he can't end if he's going to get his alliance jacked. But he's getting 3 points.
He is not. Is he?
If he wins his combat. Which he does, right? Yeah.
I confused green troops for yellow. Yeah, Martel has no troops in here. Wow.
He's not getting that. Man,
This has been a very curious finish to this game.
Almost finished. I think we're going another round, right? Yellow wins 3 points and gets back up to 9.
That's true.
Or wait, now does he have?
No, sorry, he gets Spice Must Flow. He gets Spice Must Flow.
He gets Spice Must Flow. Yeah, okay, never mind. Oh man.
Nothing I think we expected to happen this round other than Lannister going for research station panned out.
Really? I think Heretic's going to kick himself when he watches this.
Yeah. Heretic maybe forgot that the Solari from going spacing.
And from getting the spacing, yeah, through Solari.
And with blackmail, you got to think it's enough.
Oof, man, okay.
Well, and Martel is going to get a bunch of points here. He's going to get all the way down the Beetle track for 0.7, spy satellites for 8, and then
there it is in case you didn't get it.
And then 1 point
to 2 troops.
That's right. And then 1 point from the combat with 6 intrigue from 6 swords from vicious talents. So
if that gets him in second, I think. So that means he's in the finals, I think.
Oh no, I think Heretic is coming in second. And so I think he is just barely going to not get out. Heretic's coming out in second with Chomarchy here. Let's see, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Heretic is coming out with Chomarchy.
Oh yeah, no. What am I saying? He's on 9. 9.5.
Curious game.
Wait, what does that mean for the?
Well, with Heretic,
actual fixtures.
Heretic placing second in both games, there's no way that he does not move on, right? Yeah.
But he doesn't have a win. If Martel goes first and third, Martel beats Heretic for sure. So I think I think it's between Shanonimous and Martel on points now, because they're both going to have a first and a third.
Oh, okay. Well, you know how the scoring works better than I do. I just you get 4 points for first, but if you win a game, it's worth more than the raw points.
The second tiebreaker. So they're all three of them are going to be at the same points, but Heretic won't have a win. So
I see.
It's going to be on actual VPs scored between Shanonimous and Martel.
Wow, and Shanonimous was 4th in their first game and is going to finish first here. What a crazy swing for us to round out this Group D game with plans and plans being worth absolutely nothing at the end of it. Just kind of unfortunate for Lannister. Tough game. We should definitely get into the chat and ask. There's some interesting spots. So why don't we hop over into their voice right now and see what the players think.
Let's do it. Boys.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Got wrecked. I made like 2 big gambles and it cost me.
Yeah, that was a tough game for you, Lannister, and a very interesting last round.
That last round was wild.
Heretic, can I ask you? So, were you thinking about Highliner there? And yeah, what influenced your decision to pass up on fighting this combat?
I passed on the combat because I might have stolen this alliance as well from him. But I didn't have a Spice Must Flow, so if I had Spice Must Flow, I would go for the combat. Yeah.
1 spice away.
You still would have gotten to 10 though, because you would have, with Web, you could have taken Spacing Alliance, and you would have got the 2 points from combat from getting the Solari from the spacing.
No, I didn't have money or spice, so
you did.
Well, yeah, I think because you would have got 3 Solari from hitting this, threshold, which would have put you at 7.
Points,
yeah.
But I got 2 points anyways here, so it's the same.
Yeah, but
you guys, I hope you guys noticed my draws the last like 3 rounds.
Yeah,
they were rough.
We were commenting on how like from that turn where you Sonic Snoopered and didn't draw anything of value, and then had Lannister take plans within plans. It was a very rough run of cards for you, where just nothing went your way.
When I had enough for this, also I was gonna early reveal for it too if I kept plans.
Yeah.
Wait, he had rougher draws than me? He had rougher draws than me? Oh.
Dude, mine were absolutely terrible, and I literally fished so much and I could not get it.
I think both of yours were pretty tough, but every time that Martel went to draw something, it was just even worse. The turn when you mentatted and drew a dagger with your liaison, I think was particularly brutal.
Station for like convincing and dagger.
I think I wanted another experimentation or yellow access because I was here, right?
Yeah. That's what you were going for.
Right.
I was gonna recall for it.
Also,
here not drawing dagger, like I would have tied him, right?
Yep.
Dude, I think open revealing for.
I forgot I had this card in my deck.
I
would have definitely have played this to draw as potential. On the off chance I was losing this combat, I didn't want to draw my bounty hunter or anything. And I thought that was going to have a bunch of dead draws, but I could have used that bump as well, which would have been nice.
Yeah, we were surprised that you chose to play Reconnaissance instead of Bene Gesserit Initiative. I thought maybe you were trying to make sure you didn't draw Diplo so that you could have a chance to fight the next combat in case you lost this or something along those lines.
Yeah, there's between the bounty hunter and the Diplo, I wanted those next turn if this combat didn't go my way.
Right.
So it seemed like the right move, and it worked out in the end. But yeah.
And one spice here. I trash this. Get second. If this guy's here, like.
Yeah.
The difference for a point.
Yeah, a big swing.
So there was a lot of weird plays that I made. I want to explain myself before All right. So you guys were probably thinking, why did he go selective breeding for that play? So as you noticed, I turn 2, I believe.
Yeah, turn 2.
Turn 2. Round one, turn 2.
I had like 1 guy left or 2 guys left. Anyway, point being was I was trying to get my Helicopter Joe in. And I was gonna have 3 cubes, and those 3 cubes would have got me 2 troops, and those 2 troops would have pushed in another troop in, and I would have been able to overtake off of that.
Right.
So that was the play I was looking for, but it didn't materialize. So that's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, we were talking about how you were kind of burdened. You had so many powerful intrigues, worth points, but they actually clunked your game up where you couldn't really play any of them, and like Plans Within Plans just felt completely unreachable with the deck you had been building with Gurney and Helicopter Joe. Just kind of an unfortunate run of things for you, and like not having the resources to execute some of these win conditions here.
Yeah.
And the worst part was this draw was like if you take a look at my next 5 draws, they're so much better.
Right. Yeah, Gola also not getting paired up with Gurney or Clandestine.
See, my major mistake was going here first because I was greedy, trying to take Martel's thing. I didn't expect Heretic to take this spot. I thought this spot would be left open, and I'd be able to double this up.
Yeah.
So, I went here with the hopes of getting a 1 spice intrigue. Like it's a 1 in 52 shot, but
right.
It was my only shot. So
yeah, we were also surprised you decided to play Gola there, but just assumed you were gambling.
Yeah, it was definitely gambling. It was 2 gambles. And I dodged a major bullet, when he stole the only intrigue that I really couldn't materialize anyway. So I was like, whatever.
Right. But I mean that.
No, I thought that was the one that you could actually, because you were set up to win at least a combat if you drew, correctly either.
Well, it didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
I thought you were definitely taking 1 down at least, but there weren't great combats round whatever it was, 4, 5, 6 really.
Yeah, I think that intrigue ended up being very, very beneficial for Shanonimous in swinging the tempo, demand respect, being able to get those bumps, win that conflict over Martel when he rapid mobilization.
Did anyone see that BM by Heretic? That one troop. That one troop.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where he double crossed you in order to gruesome sacrifice
and
get 2nd place rewards. Yeah. Just a rough game for you all around, Lannister, and well played, Shanonimous. I think situation was looking rough for you coming into this game. It's going to be a very close between the 4 of you. We'll have to do a little bit of calculation. I'm not sure who's getting out.
I think I still get out. That puts me at 6 points.
Yeah, I think you win by 1 VP.
All right. Well.
No, Shanonimous got last round, right? So he only has 5 overall points.
Yeah.
I have 6.
Oh, I thought he got 3rd. Yeah.
Heretic is at 5 as well.
Just wanted to say as well, when I did the demand respect, I'm pretty sure I should have taken these 2 and left this one.
We were talking about it. Is a tough choice. It was like Bene Gesserit, Emperor or Fremen.
This made me go up here, which. I could have taken the point here somewhere and trash this somehow.
One other thing I wanted to mention, GVX, thanks for your patience today. We
no problem.
Had you running around all day long.
Oh no problem.
Felt kind of bad for that, so apologies.
Really sorry about that.
No problem.
My chopped liver? What is this? No, I'm kidding.
No,
it was a good game though.
Yeah, it was a good game, and look forward to the games in future. Well played, guys. Thanks for joining us on the call here, and take it easy.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
See ya. Well played, guys. What a good one.
All right, and that is going to do it for us from Water of Life Group D semis. See you guys in the next one.